All right, let's talk about the Dallas Stars today. Welcome to Undrafted Hockey Fan. I'm Brad. We're going to be going over the Dallas Stars season preview. If you haven't tuned in already, we've been gone over all the teams from Winnipeg up to Dallas now. So we're on to Dallas. So check out any of those videos. And if you'd like to hear more, hit like, subscribe. It definitely helps, especially for young content creators like myself. Young, not in age, but young meaning not enough subscribers yet. So I also don't normally speak like this. I am losing my voice from a concert, and I'm a little bit sick too. So, but we're gonna jump right into this, and I'm excited because Dallas is actually one of my top three teams that I cheer for. It goes Red Wings, Sharks, and Stars. And if you haven't been paying attention, Sharks are in the middle of rebuild. Red Wings have been in the rebuild for a while, and Dallas is the only one I can cheer for in the playoffs at this point. So anyways, let's jump right into it. We're gonna go over to their cap friendly page, talk about how their cap is a little bit over. Not a huge deal. They're just gonna send a small guy down, probably just someone small like. They'll probably keep Sam Steele up. They'll probably just do Gavin Bayreuther or Joe Hanley. But Joe Hanley's more likely to stay up, though. He had more of a significant role last year, but Gavin Bayreuther is a little bit different. So, one of the things I want to go over some of their changes they made this upcoming year, some of the signings and everything. Just go over a couple of the big ones, and a couple of the big losses as well. Going over here. My apologies. I'm gonna be coughing. I'm so sorry, and I unfortunately don't edit yet because I haven't figured out the time. I run a full time job plus a YouTube channel at this point, plus be married, plus have a cat who's sitting right here. So I just haven't figured out the time yet. So anyway, some of the big things that they did extend Joe Hanley to a 2-year contract. They also did Sam Steele. I like that one. It's a good pickup. They did like Glendening go, who was a face-off specialist. I think he's playing for the Tampa Bay Lightning now, so good for them. Helps them get those cups, hopefully. And Matt Duchene, huge pickup. I'm so surprised that Nashville let him go. If you haven't, I talked about that. If you know what Dallas or Nashville is doing, let me know because I have no idea. This is a huge pickup. Keith Ranta's gone. Will Butcher's gone as well. Nothing too crazy. They didn't make any crazy additions. Craig Smith as well was a good pickup. They did let Domi go. He picked him up from Chicago in the trade deadline last year. Again, there's Bayreuther as well. The pickup. Derek Pouliot, it's fine. You know, there's some of the smaller deals, but overall, I like the Jordy Ben came. So he's invited to training camp, so he gets to play with his brother a little bit. I always like this. I always like when their brothers play together. Kind of like we saw Giovanni Smith and Jamel Smith play together. I thought that was really super cool. So anyways, those are the big transactions that end up happening for the Dallas Stars. So I want to jump over to the trade history just for a hot second because this is something that I want to go over real quick because there's some people that they were some things they were able to move off of, right? They did pick up that Dadonov as well. I think they also extended him as well. Which is a good pickup. Small ones, nothing crazy here. And they did trade away Colin Miller. So that's a small pickup, a small like cap saver right there. They got a 5th round pick out of it. So again, nothing too crazy. Most of their roster is staying the same. I just use a comparison. One of the ones I look over for lines, you can either go to Cap Friendly. There's the depth charts right here, or you can go to Daily Faceoff. And I immediately when I saw Tyler Seguin on the third line, I was like, okay, they don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I disagree with this. So I also like Cap Friendly better because it has some of the stats here. Which, if you don't know all the stats, this is super helpful. But it's so nice to see because it gives a great breakdown of their contracts when they're an RFA or UFA. Like I said, it's a great setup. I really highly recommend Cap Friendly. I think it's cool because you actually see that GMs use Cap Friendly on draft day and trade day for free agency. It's pretty sweet. So this is a very cool setup. But I think this is the most accurate of what the lines are going to look like. So you got Jason Robertson, Robbie Hintz, and Joe Pavelski. Joe Pavelski is genuinely turning back the clock at 39 years old, putting up 77 points in 82 games, playing a full 82 in the first place, and also putting up this much points. A legend. Another reason I was a Stars fan, or I'm a Stars fan, is because Joe Pavelski, because I was a huge Sharks fan, and of course he was captain. So I like this a lot. A huge line. I mean, 46 points for Jason Robertson. I mean, you can't ask more for a guy making $7.75 million. To get over 45 goals plus 100 points. I mean, huge. I love this. This is great. He's honestly probably one of the best lines in hockey. Then you have this is where I would disagree with these. They got the Dadonov, Y Johnson, and Jamie Benn. I actually would move Dadonov down and Seguin up. Not only does Seguin make more, I think he's also a better player in my opinion. and he can play the right side because you're here. You can see center and right wing. Produces a little bit better, and I think that Tyler Sagan's stock has gone down a little bit. I think I think he needs a similar bounce back that Jamie's had in the last couple of years. And I think playing with Wyatt Johnson and Jamie Benn they'll just click better. And if it doesn't work, you just move them down as well, right? You have this flexibility, right? I mean, look, you have Mason Marchman who can play the right wing. You have Matt Duchene can play right wing. You have Sagan can play right wing. You have Dadenoff can play right wing. I mean, so there's a lot of flexibility here that you guys can move guys around, right? And you also have two centers here in Sagan and Duchene, so you can move those around as well. Or if Ben starts to struggle, you drop him down. So there's just a lot of good movement and good ability to move these guys around. But again, the Matt Duchene pickup was huge. I thought it was super good. Still 56 points, 71 games. For an $8 million player, maybe 56 points is not where you want him to be. But for a guy who's making now $3 million, this is great. This is a phenomenal deal. I thought it was the biggest steal of the free agency, or one of the biggest steals of free agency, in my opinion. So they're definitely going to be keeping him. And maybe if he performs well, they can sign him to a contract and get him. I mean, he's 32, so maybe you can get him for like $5 million for like 3 years, something like that. I think that'd be pretty reasonable. And so I like this. Mason Marshall is going to be the more defensive guy in this on this, a little bit higher than I would anticipate for $4.5 million. But again, you are paying for a free agent when he left the Florida Panthers, I believe. And so again, I think that's a pretty good pickup. And Craig Smith, of course, on the bottom pair, $1 million, not a big deal. So you need bodies in the bottom pair on the bottom. And I like Ty Dellandrea. I'm a big fan of him. I hope he starts to break out. I don't know where he's going to with all this. It's kind of log jammed up here, but I do really like Ty Dellandrea. Maybe if Joe Pavelski ends up retiring after this year, all the right wingers are going to move up, and hopefully Ty Dellandrea can get that spot in that third line. So I'm always impressed with him. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. Defense, I mean, you have Miro Haston, just honestly a minute muncher, 25 minutes a game, which on average is crazy. 73 points. I mean, great contract for $8.45 million. He probably genuinely a top 5 defenseman in the league. I think he just on the power plays, on the penalty kill, he does everything. So he's a great producer. Of course, playing with Ryan Suter, a little bit an older player. I wouldn't be surprised if they move off Ryan Suter this year. You'd like to see a little bit more for 20. I mean, for a top line guy, you'd like to see more than 25 points. But 38 years old, I could see them moving Ryan Suter, or just trading him or buying him out. I could genuinely see both of those. Esa Lindell, I want to see. They traded a first-round draft pick for this guy. No. There's Niels Lundqvist. Sorry, Niels Lundqvist. They traded a first-round draft pick. I want to see him perform better. If you're trading a first-round draft pick, he shouldn't be playing third line minutes. So 60 points, 60 games is not good enough in my opinion. And these guys just didn't play enough, in my opinion. But like I said, I would like to see more production out of these bottom 4. Yanni Hakanpää, great defensive defenseman. Like I said, Esa Lindell, for 5.8, I'd like to see more than 24 points. That's my opinion. I mean, I think that's totally reasonable. You should be able to get 40 points out of this guy, easy. And again, if you're Nils Lundqvist, they traded for you. They showed confidence. They bought you. They bought you and brought you into the system. It was his first year in the system. Only playing 60 games, but again, I could see him playing. Hopefully a lot more, because I think he needs to prove himself. And again, with Yanni Hakanpää on the last year of his contract, I could see that he might not be the guy. Next year he might not be the guy, right? So they re-sign Nils Lundqvist. They can move him up into second line, and hopefully they can prove himself at that point. So, and you have, of course, the GOAT, Unger. Phenomenal player. I can't believe he only signed for $4 million, but he is an RFA at 2025 still. So that is huge. Is that what Jason Robinson? Yeah, Jason Robinson is also an RFA. Both these guys are going to get paid at the end of their contract. So I could see Ottinger in 2025 making $8-9 million, honestly. So 0.919, great. I mean, look, these stats are great. 2.2, 2.37. These are phenomenal stats. Sorry, I had to cough. Anyways, and then Scott Wedgewood won a great backup for $1 million. You're getting great play out of this guy. The great save percentage, goals against average, not as great, but I do like. I mean, his save percent or his win percentage is not as great either. But again, he played really well with this .915 save percentage. So what I always think about this is that goals against average is more of a team production, right? It goes with the teams, because if they're allowing poor defense. that could be the issue right there. Save percentage is more of a goalie statistic, so I always rely more on save percentage. That's what I've always seen. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Appreciate it. So, and I think so. You have Sam Steele down here. I mean, I could see him switching in for Craig Smith. Just allow him to. He's a little bit older. He's 34 years old, so he probably just needs to rest at some points. So I could definitely see Sam Steele making a push into this lineup. So. And of course, you have your huge prospects that could also be pushing up these these spots as well. Logan Stankoven. There's also Strange. I think his name is. Where is he at? I think his name's Strange. I mean, he's in the minors. So, but they got a guy named Strange. I can't find him. Anyways, he's a great player. I liked him. There you go. Antonio Stranges. There you go. I'm excited for that guy as well. He just popped up on the radar, and he was in the fourth round, which is crazy. But I'm excited for him. I think they got some good prospects coming. Again, Logan Stankoven is just breaking out. He's in the second round pick, which is phenomenal. So again, I'm super excited for their what they're going to be able to do. And again, I'm cheering for them because I'm a Stars fan, right? But I think that genuinely they can do the craziest thing, and they could be number one in the division. It's going to be them or Colorado. I'd see that Dallas is better goaltending. I think that, and I think the depth is better. I'd say the depth is a little bit better for the Stars, but I think the star power for the Colorado Avalanche is better. You know, you have Nichushkin, you have Makar, you have Taves, you have what's his name, Bowen Byram, you have McKinnon. I mean, you just got Drouin, and if Drouin pops off and it starts to go for at least half a point per game, or even with McKinnon, if he plays really well with McKinnon like they did in juniors, that could be huge for them. So, but I genuinely see Dallas can be first or second in the division. I'm betting on it. I'm betting that they're going to be first or second in the division. I could definitely see him doing that, especially if Andre just goes off on a tear and just pushes them there. So, anyways, let me know what your thoughts are. Hit like, subscribe, comment. Again, it means a ton to me. It means a ton to the algorithm as well, which is just what we're all working towards as YouTube creators at this point. So, and just hit like, subscribe again, and let me know what your thoughts are on the Dallas Stars. Hey, love you. Bye.